What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel, or back to the channel. I had some feedback of my last video. One subscriber wanted to hear some commentary throughout the video, and one viewer was wanting or mentioned that the whole jetpack thing going around the video like you're seeing right now was a little annoying, and I took all their feedback into consideration, and well, here I am with commentary. I'll pop in and out. I don't think I'm going to talk through the whole thing. I might just give some feedback, or I might talk about some other stuff here and there. But the other thing about the jetpack, I would say the last 15-ish ships, you'll see that I have used the camera. About 2 or 3 of them, I had to try to piece them all together until just the thought just came and slapped my brain and realized I could get a mod. So most of them I have the mod enabled where I can just go around the whole ship without trying to piece stuff together, so it will look a lot better, goes a little bit quicker and stuff. So but other than that, if you want to make it go a little bit quicker, I guess down below somewhere, I think in the option settings, you can set the video speed to go a little bit quicker. And there's going to be chapters for easy viewing. I did like this ship, the style of, well, these type of ships, on the outside at least. Some of them look better. So, I don't know why, but Bethesda put all these airlocks, doors, whatever, airlock doors, like throughout all their ships. I don't know why. It's kind of pointless, but I'm trying something new with this video, as you just seen. I put a transition there, like a really fast one, so you don't have to sit there and watch me open the door. I don't know, next video I might try something different where, I'm going to walk up to it, cut out the door opening and all the noise, and I'm going to try to edit it all together where it looks like I'm just keep on walking. Depends on how it looks on the eyes, I guess, but if it looks better with a transition, I might try it with that instead, but I think I'll try it my first way, where I just keep on walking. I think this might be the cockpit that I like the most. It actually goes with the ship a little bit. There's one ship a little bit later that it doesn't go with it. I'll point it out later, though. It does not go with the ship at all. This is another one, like I was saying with the last ship. I like the design of the outside. Yeah, you see this in a lot of the ships. This little area. Nothing too special about it. Try to do these type of transitions too, where I look at a window and then I turn around, I'm in a different area. I think it's pretty cool. It might just be me though. I like the little armories in the ships, but half the time it's out of place. A lot of things are out of place, I think, on these pre-buildable ships. See, yeah, I think this is my favorite cockpit. Yeah, this is my favorite one. So you got the 2 levels there. I think Bethesda dropped the ball here on these type of cockpits. If your companions that have stats that boost your like weapons or maneuverability and all that stuff, they should be able to go into them little seats there inside of you, and it should actually show them doing something or whatever, and that's how it should activate your boosted stats. I thought that would have been a pretty cool idea. Another one of them type of ships that I like the style of. I don't know if because it's so dark or whatever, but I think these are Deimos, maybe? I think that's the design of a lot of their ships is like this. I think the cockpit is what they use too, is that long one. A lot of bathrooms. Yeah, that's a Deimos ship, that's what I thought. This ship's got pretty good power to it. You don't really need to do a whole lot of reallocating. You can pretty much have everything you have powered up that you need for a fight. Yeah, I like the style of this ship too. I like quite a bit of them, but there are some that I just don't really care for. There's where Bethesda dropped the ball again too. Luckily there's modders out there, but with these cargo holds, it should add to your weight limit or whatever, that stuff you can carry. There is a mod that allows that to happen. I downloaded it just in case I ever use a ship. It's pretty cool. I think the space truck, I think it's with that mod, with the the highest you can have, I think it's like 10,000 pounds or whatever. It's a good mod. I think I would have put one laser on each side and one of the ballistics on each side, so it's firing from both sides. That's just me though. I think it would look better. So the Vagabond, this one, there's another one in a video later on. I think it's the Rambler. It's pretty much the same exact ship, except the Vagabond is this gold color with that little bit of green. Both kind of remind me of a Grasshopper for some reason. I think this ship's pretty much just a ship to get you from point A to point B, because there's not a lot of storage in it. And their weapons is pretty weak too, I believe. I think this is one of my favorite captain's chairs. This one and the one where you kind of get in the chair and you kind of pull it forward, like the left screen towards you, a couple of things. Yeah, this one got the 2 weapons, and obviously missiles, they always take forever to recharge. That's, I guess, would be a decent starting ship. Another demo ship. This cockpit is like the one that is my favorite, but it's a little bit bigger actually. This one's not too bad, but it's only the 1 story. Nice little control room here. Big area. We should, my opinion, should be right behind the cockpit. You'll notice some ships, like I was saying earlier, they're some of the habs are misplaced, I think. Especially one a little bit later, you'll see I'll be mentioning it. See, this room is where that control room should have been, in my opinion. So that little tiny little, what do you call it, entryway or whatever. Another ball drop, one of them seats I was talking about. One of your companions should be able to sit there and help out or something. Maybe like for turret wise or whatever it may be. I guess, you know, if you have turrets on the ship, then, I don't know, they could be acting like they're firing them or something, I don't know. Another ship with a lot of power, though. Don't have to redistribute any of it. Everything's fully loaded. I would say Bethesda did do a good job with like the detail of the ships. There's a lot of detail under the ships that they made, like just all the parts and like the doors even like going from outside into the what you call it, the loading, the cargo bay into the ship. If you get up close to it, you can see all like the bumps and everything. The graphics are actually pretty good in this game. A lot of people say they're not, and it's just an ugly game. It's just, I guess maybe on console it would be, but I'm on PC, so I was able to download some LUTs mods or whatever. There's one, I guess, that I added. So there's the LUTs mod that gets rid of that just god-awful green filter or whatever it is. That's the biggest mod you need. And then there's the HD Reworks project that actually fixed a lot of the bad graphics. There's a few different graphic stuff. EXE, what's it called? EXE something, I can't remember, that re-texturizes a bunch of stuff like fire and stuff like that. As you could see in the previous couple areas, there's a lot of ships that have them useless little stairways that go up to nothing, little tiny cubes. I don't know why you would even add that to your ship. It's pointless. But that might be something to do with that mod I was mentioning earlier, the cargo have increased limitations or whatever it's called, where you can actually carry more weight on your ship if you have that mod that has a ship that has cargo hab. So maybe if your ship has a lot of these little tiny one, like this room right here, where they're coming through like a door or a ladder, so maybe that will increase your cargo weight as well. I'm not sure. Because when you go to install it, it says a bunch of, when you go in to install it, it has like options for like 1x1, 1x2 and all that, so that might come into play. Some would probably be like the 1x1s right there that we just seen. Yeah, this captain nest ain't too bad either. So it'd probably be my second or third favorite. The other one I mentioned before was my first, probably. I'd say it'd be a tight second or third between this one and that other one where you just jump in the chair and he pulls everything forward. I think it was like one of the first, might have been the first ship. I had that cockpit or that captain's nest, chair, or whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, that was fun. I came in here and all them dumbbells just exploded. I don't know what the hell happened there. Another useless room. Well, I guess that's how you get on the ships and the star, what are them things called in the floating around planets? Like the Eye and is that the Deimos Star Yard and all that. So this one, you don't have enough power to fully power everything. So obviously you'd want a shield if you're attacking. So I'd probably take 3 away from the shield or so and kind of play around with the lasers and ballistics. I like the design of this one too, how it has the wing or whatever on the other side. It's just kind of pointless on this ship because you can't get to it. That wing or whatever it is just for looks and to hold some of the stuff that's on it. There are ship parts you can buy where you can actually go, you can make a wing like this, but you can actually make it usable where you walk into it and you'd have like a living quarters or whatever through it. I don't think they did any pre-built ships like that though. None that I've came across yet, at least not that I realized. Another little like control area. I don't know what you call this. Probably had to be control area, some computers right over there, and see they got the pathway that would lead to it, to that little arm thing. But that's not a door back there, so. How this shoots out 2 missiles at a time. It's got good power, so it can handle it. Or energy, whatever you want to call it. So you can shoot out quite a bit of them at a time. I'm going to use one of them transitions right here I was talking about earlier. But it's not with the window, it's going to be with this door. I guess you could call it transition, but... That's one thing that hab is kind of out of place. That has the, what was that thing called? You go to it and you can look at the star map, but yet it's far away from the cockpit. I mean, a hab would be fine right there, just not with that little console thing in the corner. It's just, that's out of place, I guess. I can't remember what they call it. But it should be like back there in the corner, down below or something. This ship has 2 turrets, and then the missiles, I think, are fired manually. Yeah, they usually are. 2 missiles. Yeah, that was a cockpit right there. We'll come back to that after we check out everything else. This is at the beginning where you enter, I think. The stair, or the... not the stairs, but the ladder. One of the rooms we previously checked out. See, this thing right here is out of place, too. That's the thing I was telling you about, that big table we just passed. You actually use that to fast travel instead of going to the menu. If you're actually in your ship. But of course that wouldn't fit in this type of cockpit. But that room should be the... or that hab should be the hab that connects to the cockpit. Yeah, I think this is one of the larger cargo holds. I think there's a couple different type of large cargo holds. I'm not sure though. They all start looking the same after a while. Yeah, this one you probably have to play around with the power a little bit as well. Take away your engine, quite a bit of that, because you don't really need a whole lot of speed when you're in fighting, because you can't even use your whole top speed anyway. Of course, if you do more power to your engine, you'll go a little bit faster. The trick is obviously put that mark right in the middle of that thicker white line there, but I usually take away a little bit of the engine and put it towards like shield, and then maybe take it away from the laser. I would maybe one missile. Yeah, one thing too, when I go to the camera, right there I got stuck on that post. You won't see that any. That mod allows you to clip through things. I actually clipped through the ship just to check it out, and the only thing that was loaded up was the cockpit. You could actually go into the cockpit, everything would be there, but every other hab was just like empty. All you would see is like the next part over, like the walls of it or whatever, the exterior walls of it. I like this one too, this cockpit, but they're missing a chair on the side there. Should be 2 chairs on the side. It just looks a little awkward in my opinion to have the one in that huge open space. Yeah, another ship that has enough energy or power to power everything. I mean, when you're doing ship battles, you don't really need your grav drive powered up, but this one you can have 2 bars activated. Yeah, another idea I had for the, I guess, transitioning through all these doorways in the ships is just, before I start recording the interior, just go in and open up every single door and then going back out and recording. Just so everything's smooth, but I don't know, maybe either do that or do what I was kind of mentioning before, where I go up to the door and just cut it, the whole door opening up, and I guess I'll have to see what looks the best. I don't know, I guess you guys can drop down in the comments what you think would be best. This one, yeah, I'd probably just take 2 away from engine and put it in the shield. You always want to max power your shield, especially if you get into the area where you're fighting higher level enemies. You know, the ballistics recharge is pretty quick. So does the particle, I believe. The next ship is where I start using the camera to go around. This is my favorite one, I would say. What I was talking about. Maybe it'd be my second or third. It'd be tied between that one. Yeah, maybe I'm not thinking about it. It might be my third favorite. I could do like that one other one a little bit better. Alright, a little fun fact about this one. Well, 2 little fun facts, I guess. So this is after I got that mod. So the next, I think 2 or 3 ships, I think just the 2, you're gonna see a lot of cuts where I'm trying to splice them together. The first ship I totally spaced. So there'll be a little bit bigger of a jump, but like the second one, there'll be smaller cuts. But this one was after the mod, just because I recorded this one twice. This one should have been with the boost pack. Somehow when I was going to buy all the ships, it must have popped up and I must have missed it in my list of ships that I've bought already, and so I bought it again and recorded it twice. Kind of threw me off a little bit. When I was recording and looking at all my recordings and everything, I didn't find it until I was editing. So I would say I kept this one first just because it was without the boost pack. Little kitchen that's kind of pointless. I like the ideas of having kitchens on like the bigger ships, but again, it's another thing that's pointless, like that them seats I was talking about next to the captain's chair in the cockpit. These are kind of pointless because it's like not like your crew members do anything there. They could sit down, but it's not like you can have them eat or have the kitchen actually do anything. Just for aesthetics, I guess. It'd be kind of cool if you could hire crew members to actually work at the kitchen and all that. Make you food or whatever for boosts for whatever, you know, stuff. Whether it be for experience or more damage or, you know, just health in general. This is out of place right there. That kitchen. A kitchen that is connected to a kitchen. I mean, I get it's in the living quarters, but if it's connected right to a kitchen, that little tiny kitchen there is kind of pointless, if you ask me. Out of place. They call them things star maps or whatever. They don't call that a star map. I'm thinking of that map you look at, but whatever them are, like this kind of cockpit is good for that. I guess it's huge. It has one of them, but a lot of them you see aren't like misplaced, and like I've been mentioning, so you're not going to go to the other end of the ship down a couple floors to look at it. Yeah, this one's got a decent amount of power to it, but still too short of your shield. And you could take maybe one away from engine, maybe one away from your ballistics or lasers, or just two away from engine. But it is a bigger ship, so maybe you do need the engine powered up fully. And just play around with it. I tried to put a fast transition between the brakes just so it was a little easier on the eyes. Keep it moving. So I think it's this ship and the next ship that will have little brakes. The next ship should be better. Try to line it up as good as I could. You see this cockpit in a lot of them. This is in the Manta ship, what's it called? The Razor Leaf. I've seen them in a lot of other ones too. So one of the beginning ships, I was going through all this that we're going through right now, all the weapons, and accidentally hit a ship, and like all the ships turned on me. I was thinking about keeping it, but you know, after I kept getting hit, the whole screen was blurry and everything, so I decided to take it out. So yeah, the ones that I had to edit together, like this one, the last one, I think all three, I think this is the last one, so the third one, I did speed up a little bit, and I got caught on that thing, as you can see. But I sped them up just because the camera was so slow. After I got the mod, I found out, I think from the modder, he had it listed on the description page, I believe. He or she said that you could put some settings or copy paste settings from his description whatever, that into the was it the Starfield custom ini, and then he had the vanilla values, and he said go up from there or whatever, and did that and got it the first try, because I think it's pretty good speed. It's a lot faster than the stock, so I think it goes around pretty good. At least I think it does. Not too fast, not too slow. Another ship. Take away a couple engine maybe to get your shield fully charged. At least one, maybe one for ballistics. So what are your guys' thoughts on this game? I think it's a good game. I did have fun playing it until, you know, I got I think 54 hours or so into it, but some of that's with a little bit of the recording the ships and other videos and stuff, and then I think I did make or start a Let's Play. I don't know if I'm going to continue it or not, depending on how many views it gets, but for like permadeath. But my take is, yeah, it's fun. I do agree with pretty much all the negative reviews you see on it. Them are all pretty much spot on, but I do agree with the reviewers or people reviewing it that are like the good reviews. Well, you know, it's back and forth. I'd say I probably agree with more of the side of the negative reviewers. But I think they just dropped the ball completely. They didn't listen to, I guess, previous developers that left. Like one guy was saying that they should have focused on, I think it was what, 10 star systems instead of the 100. That probably would have helped a lot instead of doing all these procedurally generated star systems we would actually have some more handcrafted stuff instead of, you know, bland, flat surfaces. Or who knows, they might have been just barren planets with nothing on them anyway, who knows. But, yeah, that's why I stopped exploring as much, because you land on a planet, just explore the same 5 things over and over again, and like a lot of reviewers are saying, you go there, everything would be the same enemies, same loot boxes in the same locations, and, you know, so on. But, you know, it's, I don't know, probably going to start talking in circles about it, but like I said, I agree, both sides. I did watch a couple of the people go back to the what's it called, the direct or whatever they were calling it before it was released, how Todd Howard's like talking about the whole thing, showing videos and all that, and a lot of that, you know, they're saying, oh, did they lie or whatever, and they go back and watch that, and some stuff I, you know, agree that was in our own heads. They did show, like, you know, everyone was thinking we're gonna just be able to fly off a planet and go, you know, kind of like what's that game called? I didn't play too much of it, but No Man's Sky. So they're thinking it was gonna be like that, where we'd be actually take off the ship, but in the direct it does show all the loading screens. Well, it does show it just loading, but I don't know, I guess, you know, we just got that in our heads that we were going to be able to fly off planets. But the only thing it didn't show is, if I remember correctly, is all the loading screens. Everything was going to be loading screen. I can't remember if he said that we're going to be having to do like everything through like a menu. I have to go back and watch it myself, but everything, you know, it has to do with the menu. Obviously that makes like the ships kind of pointless, makes a lot of the stuff pointless in the game, but not really a star or a space game when you're doing everything through a menu. But there's some stuff that he, you know, just lied pretty much about. Endless possibilities. You're free to do whatever you want to do, go where you want to go, but yet you hit an invisible wall. Obviously, you're not free. But anyway, we'll see once the creation tools come out, if the modders can make it into a better game. I kind of did get a little bored with it, but kind of not. We'll see. If I'll probably continue playing. I'm gonna do all the recording all these ships that you can buy everywhere, but other than just playing it, just to play it, I don't know. I got a whole bunch of games coming out. At the time of recording, Alan Wake 2 just dropped. What was it? Today's Monday, so 3 days ago. I played a little bit. I got to the part of the town. I'm not gonna get any spoilers away, but I got to the part of the town where you gotta go and talk to a couple of witnesses. But if you are playing on PC, just be warned, that game is not optimized for PC. It's better optimized than this game, but it's not optimized. So you got that game, and then tomorrow, I don't know if it's an early release for the PS5 or what, but if you pre-ordered, that is, the Quantum Error's dropping. I thought that was supposed to be like November 1st or something, or November 2nd it was supposed to drop. But it's already preloaded on the PS5 and all that. That game's supposed to be coming to PC and Xbox sometime. And then I think November 1st or 2nd, I got a VR title that's coming out. The whatchamacallit, it's the Vampire Masquerade Justice. That looked like it was a pretty good game. And then on November 2nd, another game that I've pre-ordered. I need to stop pre-ordering games because I always get let down by them, it seems like. But, what's it called? November 2nd, all these titles keep jumping out of my head. I'm going to think about it in a second. It looks pretty good, though. It's another Unreal Engine 5 game. RoboCop, there it is. That comes out, so it's like, got all these games I want to play. So once I'm done with them games, maybe I'll come back to Starfield. But I'll probably, if I get enough, like I said, if I get enough views on that permadeath video and people actually like it, and I'll continue making videos of them too, but just off screen I might be done for a little bit. Kind of Starfield out, I guess. Now I've even finished all the faction quest lines. I still have to finish, I just started the Crimson Fleet. I gotta get through to at least to the key on that so I can do all the ships for there. And then I haven't even touched the Ryujin or whatever. I don't know how you pronounce that. I think that's right, Ryujin or Ryujin or whatever faction quest line. But other than that, I've done all the main quest and I'm in my second playthrough. Yeah, I may have missed the yeah, I may have actually went past that ship I was talking about earlier, that cockpit that didn't go with the ship itself, unless it's later on. Just in case, you know, I'd already passed it, but it's that big, massive cockpit. The one that's like the one I said was my favorite, but it's a hell of a lot, it's a little bit bigger. But they put that on a ship that's like skinny. I don't know, it just did not go with it, I thought. That room wasn't placed, the cockpit was right there. Come out of the cockpit to the control room. Still waiting on that one ship to come up. That has a highly misplaced habitat. So misplaced, I don't know how a dev missed it. Yeah, this one you have to play around with the energy or power or whatever. One shield with everything else. Yeah, the Mustang. This looks pretty much exactly like the Frontier. I think the interior might be a little bit different. A lot of the ships look the same. Some of them, I guess, not a lot of them. I guess the interior is a little bit different than the Frontier. Frontier's a little bit smaller. If I remember correctly, I haven't been in the Frontier in a while. Yeah, I think the cockpit is a little bit different, a little bit smaller. And it just has that one habitat behind it that has the docking stuff in the same habitat, I believe. Yeah, I thought that was a little weird design right here. Whatever that, I think that's supposed to be the helium-3, right? Have a little down, little thing built down like that to hold it. Yeah, that's another thing that's bad. They put the stairs right in the way. They could have designed that a little bit different. Maybe somehow put the stairs on the wall side or something, I don't know. Alright, I think this is the ship I've been going on about for the horrible misplaced. Yes. Who the hell would put a med bay on a lower floor that you have to use a ladder to get to? That is just the worst place. It should be either right where you enter the ship or like the next room, same floor. You know, you should be able to enter your ship, maybe have a little whatever hab, and then like the next door you open, whatever room, whether it be on the side of it, in front of it, whatever, should be your med bay. That is like, I don't know how the devs missed that one, but, or didn't think of it. I think there's a ship, I don't know, like 2 or 3 ships ahead or something like that, that has a med bay kind of right by the entrance of to the ship. That's like pretty much perfectly placed. I like this ship, the design of the exterior, kind of almost like the Batwing, almost. It'd be almost more shaped like it if they didn't have them huge tanks in the middle of the wings. And it was all black, and someone actually did make a Batman, the X-Wing or whatever it's called, not the X-Wing, but the Batwing. Seen it on Nexus, I believe. I think they kind of named this ship kind of wrong. Mule. I mean, from the front of it, it kind of reminds me of a mule, I guess, but it's not a freighter, so I don't know why they would call it a mule. A mule, I would think of something, you know, hauling stuff, so maybe it's just me. This is more like I don't know, carry some of your junk around, and that's about it. I think it has okay weapons if I remember correctly. Probably not the best. Okay, so the weapons don't look great. They got two decent amount of missiles, I guess. And the PAR, shoot, it's drawn a blank on that. It's okay, I guess. So it's like a starter ship. Particle gun, right? I think that's what the PAR is. So it would be like a starter ship, I guess. This is a pretty big ship. I don't think you classify this one as a freighter. I think it's just a bigger ship. I can't remember its storage. I have a touch on that Let's Play I was talking about the permadeath. That's if you guys are into Let's Plays, whatever. I am on very hard difficulty. And the permadeath about the mod, there was a mod for it, but I couldn't get it to work, so the way I kind of was talking about it in the video, I'm going to pretty much just delete the save file if I die. I almost follow these bathrooms. I have magic. Poof. Go in one bathroom, come out another. Yeah, I just thought of something. There's a dart bar right there. That'd be kind of fun to play darts in 0G gravity. Get to watch out though, because if you miss a board and it bounces off, who knows where it's going to go. Missing a couple seats, one on each side. Figure I'll throw that in there again. Yeah, this gun only has one weapon, and they're turrets, as you can see. Not really a freighter, so more like a house in space. Here's that Rambler. Yeah, so it was Pretty much like that, oh, what was it? The Vagabond. Just different color scheme. Pretty small ship, starter ship. That's with a P, by the way. I know it probably sounds like I'm saying something else. I think it's funny how all these doors to these bathrooms are pretty much see-through. You can make out everything. I think you'd want a bathroom door to be, I don't know, not see-through. I think there are some mods out there too that will change your looks of, I believe it's just like your power meters, whatever to the left, and the shield thing over there. It might just be that does it. I don't know if it actually changes the, I don't know, your captain seat console thing. This is that ship I was talking about, that the cockpit does not go with the ship. I was almost thinking that I passed it, but I guess I didn't. At least I believe this is the one. If it's not, there's two of them. It just looks too wide for the ship. Cockpit sits outside, as you can see, outside of the actual ship itself, like the interior stuff, all the halves. Still say it's not as bad as that med bay being down below after going through some ladders. Ridiculous. So yeah, the other day I realized why, it's gotta be why though, that Bethesda put a big emphasis, oh, I can't speak today, on the New Game Plus. I guess somewhere down in the code of their horrible engine, I don't know if they just don't want to fix it, if they're too lazy, or they can't fix it by now, but the code in the engine saves everything. So if you notice, like, you'll drop down on a planet, and then you kill someone, it saves that person. That planet, it saves everything. So if you go back to that same spot, that dead person will be there, that dead NPC. I mean, if you guys noticed that in their previous games, it's the same way. So if your save file ever gets buggy, like where it starts crashing or just starts doing a bunch of weird stuff, that is why. Because it's saving all that stuff and the engine can't keep up with it, or whatever is happening. It's something to do with the engine. So when you step through the Unity, it clears all that, and your save file will go back to normal. So that's probably why it'd be a good guess of why they went that route. It's because they're either A, too lazy, which I think is, or B, they just can't fix it now. So if any of you guys have a buggy saved game that aren't running mods, step through the Unity. This should all go away. Seen that on I think it was a Reddit file I came across, a Reddit, page. I think it was on the Starfield Reddit page. Someone was mentioning it. Makes a lot of sense, because all their games, you do that. Ever since like Fallout 3, I've been playing since then, and it was doing it then too. And you could, if you're over encumbered, you could just stash all your stuff on a dead body, go sell all your stuff or store it and go back to that body. Even if it wasn't in the same session, if you reloaded it, it's still there, just like it is now. I don't know how it works with the planets though, seeming how it's all procedurally generated. If it still saves it, even though like every time you land it's going to be different, so you can't go to the same spot again. I believe that's how that works. Once you take off and you land, it just automatically regenerates. So maybe somehow it still saves it for some reason. Unless you have something placed there, then you can land there again, but I don't think you can. Oh, another misplaced ladder. Yeah, I think we only got one more ship after this one. So yeah, I was talking about some other games that I'm getting ready to play. What games are you guys playing besides Starfield? There've been a lot of games coming out this year. This year's been a great year for video games, that's for sure. I also got Arizona Sunshine 2 pre-ordered. That looked like it was going to be pretty good. And then what is it, Bulletstorm VR. Got that pre-ordered as well on the PS5. Pretty much just bought the PS5 just for the VR for the most part. I'll play some games on it too here and there, mainly if they're like exclusive to it. Xbox stuff, there's no point in me buying an Xbox since I have a PC. Majority of the games I can get on PC that they release, maybe some not, but they don't release it on PC, oh well, I guess, but majority of them are on PC as well. I'm pretty sure. I don't buy them off the Xbox app though. I think you can buy them from there, or they could come out on Steam, or wherever they publish them, or release them, whatever. I learned a lesson not to buy them straight from Xbox store, or whatever it is, the app or whatever it is on the PC. And I'm not talking about the Game Pass app. I think there's two separate. There's an app for like the Game Pass side of it, and there's an app like the Xbox Store or whatever on there. I bought one game off the Xbox Store. That's another misplaced ladder right here too. It starts you off on the right. Of course, I just use my boost pack to get up there, so when you're climbing, it might shoot you off to the left. But this is another missed opportunity here, the jail cells. It could have made them handy by, some of the bounties, taking them alive if you can, putting them in a jail cell for your ships, or, you can only do bounties if you have a ship that has jail cells. Yeah, there's another bathroom back there too. I just didn't go to it. Figure I'd skip one of them. Oh shoot, I can't remember what I was talking about for that ladder. Guess I'll figure out when I'm back editing the vocals into the video. much. A big kitchen for nothing. Still think it'd be cool to be able to hire, even if not really a crew that, you know, can follow you or whatever. I don't know if the people that you can hire can follow you around, like if you go into the, was it the Terra Brew or whatever in New Atlantis, to hire crew members. Seems like they'd be able to follow you around, but just regular crew people to do stuff on your ship, like workers. Alright guys, looks like we're coming up on the end of the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and everything, and hope the new way of recording the exterior you find a lot better, and maybe like the commentary a little bit more, I guess, than no commentary. And if you're looking for more ships to buy at other planets and all that, I got more, I think a few more before this one. I don't know, like 4 or 5. And I think there's going to be, I think 4 more places to buy them from that I can remember of. So there's going to be 4 more of these, what ships you can buy each location. So keep an eye out for that, and do all that YouTube stuff you guys do, and have a great one.